I'm a Toledoan. I'm out here representing the Lake Erie Bill of Rights, trying to drum up support at the polls.
And how's it been going?
It's been a slow start for the day. It's been here and there, people coming and going, not a steady flow. But
and when you talk to people going in, what kind of reception have you got?
For the most part, I've had good reception. The majority of the people I talked to were supportive and were already aware of the issue. I didn't have to give them any information. They knew they wanted to vote yes. That's what they were here for. I got involved May of 2018, and from that time till now, yeah, I've got several hundred hours of volunteer time.
And for what reason?
Because as a fisherman of Lake Erie and the Maumee River and this watershed, I believe it is my responsibility to be a steward of these waters and defend and protect them when I can.
It's been sparse, not many people, but the people I've talked to, I've been getting a pretty positive reaction overall, so, you know, gives you that little bit of energy you need to stand out here in the cold and keep going on the last chance here. Gosh, I don't know if I've really prepared for that moment. You know, I think we'll have to get with the group and figure out what we want to do and try to be a starting point for other people in the community who are interested in taking this further.
Well, actually, I started in my own community of Broadview Heights. I had never heard of the Community Environmental Legal Defense Fund, but we wanted to stop. It was a different harm. It was urban drilling was going on in our neighborhoods, and at that time we tried going through all the channels just like the community group here and couldn't, and someone mentioned the Community Environmental Legal Defense Fund, and that was 7 years ago, and so here I am now. I learned a lot of hard lessons, a lot of hard knocks, but I'm sharing with other communities throughout the state what I've learned, because community groups a lot of times don't have any experience in activism. You know, they don't know how to do a campaign, how to organize basically. So that's what I help them with education and outreach, just how to get through the process of like doing a ballot initiative, things like that, how to get people involved.
Those opposed to the Lake Erie Bill of Rights have portrayed your organization and others as out-of-towners, agitators, and maybe extremists. What do you have to say about that?
Well, one, I find it ironic that the people pushing that agenda and that message are from out of town, because they're from Columbus, Ohio. They're not from Toledo. But what's interesting is that we are a nonprofit public interest law firm, and so we help community groups. I mean, isn't that what keeps people out of the process a lot of times, is that they don't have legal representation, and why shouldn't they? We don't charge community groups, and all we did, we sat down with them. They told us what they wanted to do. It was their initiative, to lack of a better word, that got this going. And we just help with the legal drafting of what they want to accomplish. So, you know, I laugh because a lot of times corporations, we know they use corporate law firms that have offices all over the country and all over the world.
Oh, no, we are. That's especially why we came out. Yes, we specifically came out to make sure that the lake has rights, because water is important. It's important to our communities, and it's important to us.
And where did you first learn about the issue?
We started going to some of the meetings around at the different organizations and listening to it. And, you know, we think that it's really important.
And young lady, do you agree with her?
Yes, absolutely.
And why?
The lakes are important. It's important to our community. It's important to the wildlife. It's important all the way around.